What's happening, boxing? What's happening, YouTube? And about that boxing, man, what the F? What the F is going on in this sport? Ryan Garcia has tested positive for PEDs before and after his fight with Devin Haney. Mr. Suleiman posted that the WBC had received notification from @Vada testing about Ryan Garcia's adverse findings on tests taken with connection to his fight against Devin Haney. The due process begins immediately as per the WBC Clean Boxing Program protocol. More information to follow. Now, this is not the first way I heard about this. This was real early in the morning my time. I want to say a little after midnight, maybe 1 in the morning. I saw this post from Dan Raphael. It said, breaking. Per multiple sources with knowledge of results, Ryan Garcia tested positive for the banned PED Ostarine in a Vada test related to the Haney fight. Dan Raphael also went on to put Garcia's positive test per source with direct knowledge failed for Ostarine in 2 urine tests on April 19th, that's before the fight, and post-fight April 20th. And the April 19th sample, also from Vada letter, screened positive, but was not confirmed for 19-norandrostrone, pending IRMS analysis currently being run. So this is basically saying that Ryan Garcia cheated to the utmost. For him to test positive the day before and the day after, this is very strange. Now, what was Ryan Garcia's response to this? I'm going to play the video that he posted on his X account earlier this morning.
What's up, everybody? I came on here to address this bull claim that I cheated.
Lies.
Yeah. Everybody knows that I don't cheat. What can I say? Why didn't they come out with this before, the fight? If they found it before, why would they let me step into the ring as a cheater and then come out with a victory and then they post this, Again, these are people that are trying to attack me for whatever reason, but no weapon against me shall prosper. I never taken steroid. I don't even know where to get steroids at the end of the day. I barely, take supplements. They're saying it's coming from the ashwagandha. At the lies. Big lies. I beat it out of here. Everybody go to Warwick tonight. It's lit.
And I was with this guy every single day.
Let's cook a little more. Let's dive in a little deeper. Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions said in a statement that it is working with Garcia's team to determine how this finding came to be. Ryan has put out multiple statements denying knowingly using any banned substances, and we believe him, Golden Boy said in his statement. So this is coming from Golden Boy. Also, Ryan Garcia was passing his test. This is the March 14th, 2024 test that he took. And this is one of the earliest tests though, but he was posting his tests online, and you could actually go to his X account, and I guess he has a series of these, and they're really small. You're gonna have to blow it up really big, or Ryan's gonna have to post each one. But apparently he was passing all of these Vada tests, but then he suddenly fails the one on the 19th and the one on the 20th after the fight. A lot of people are questioning this. There's a few reasons people are questioning this. One, Ryan Garcia was tiring out and only fighting in spurts. So for him to be taking something that's enhancing his performance, it's just kind of strange that he would fight in those little spurts. But then again, I don't know how all of these things work, and it may just be enhancing the strength and power and not really enhancing his endurance. Now, since I don't know what these two substances actually are doing for Ryan Garcia by being in his system, let's find out, because I'm the type of person that likes receipts and knowledge. So let's look into these two substances that Ryan is being accused of testing positive for. We will start with Ostarine. So what is Ostarine, you ask? Well, according to onlymyhealth.com, it is an androgen receptor modulator. And if you know anything about the word androgen, it's usually associated with steroid type of chemicals. It's said that Ostarine actually mimics steroids. Let's get to the good stuff though. Here are some of the major benefits of using Ostarine. increase muscle strength, rapidly build muscle mass, quickly shred off body fat, accelerate muscle growth, increase bone mineral density, and more. It says that in fact, Ostarine is so effective and has so many major benefits that bodybuilders who take just one cycle of this selective androgen receptor modulator wind up packing on 20 to 30 pounds of muscle.
I'll break this whole thing right now. That's how I'm firing. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong.
Remember, Ryan? I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. And then listen to this. The higher the dosage of Ostarine, the more benefits you will get. The faster you will experience muscle growth and more. That being said, the higher dosage, the more risk of side effects you get also. Did Ryan want this victory so bad that he was willing to put his own health at risk to achieve it and cheat and think he would get away with it? I don't know. Okay, so now we got norandrostrone. Now what is that? What are the benefits of using this? It's also known as nandrolone and can help manage certain conditions. It promotes red blood cell production, promotes muscle endurance and healing, builds lean muscle mass, and increases bone density. Wow. All of these are things to build muscle and make you strong. Now, Ryan Garcia came to address it. I'm going to show y'all. We're going to run through the video and just analyze it. And he said he came to address this bull claim that he cheated. And he had his little duck lip friend behind him. I don't know who this chick is. But she seems to be around him all the time. And then the dude that looked like R.I.P. But he think he a white Eazy-E. I think this dude think he from Compton or something. But this is Ryan's little sidekick that been hanging with him also. Okay. And so Ryan goes on and says, you know, that basically it's a bunch of BS. It's lies. We just saw what he said. And his little team was backing him up. And he went on to say how he beat the S out of Devin Haney. Now, my problem with all of this is not just with Ryan Garcia. This has to do with the WBC, the whole organization, I should say. This has to do with all of them. See, the fact that Vada testing is done, the results cannot be obtained in a very fast and quick manner. It's going to take at least 72 hours. Now, I've been to jobs for a piss test where they piss for regular, you know, drugs and stuff like that. I'm sure many of us have gone to these, and a lot of times, depending on what they pay, the results will take about 72 hours. That's why they let you know a few days later, and you sitting around wondering if that weed you smoke was still in your system. This is why, because the results are not instantaneous. So for Ryan Garcia to say things like, you know, if I tested positive before the fight, why would they let me fight? It's showing that he thinks that we're too ignorant to know that piss test results take time to process. All right. Now, this is very unfortunate because this puts somebody's life in danger, for one, and it's just out and out like this should be a crime. Like using enhanced drugs and enhancements knowingly should be a crime. Now, Ryan showed us this bottle of ashwagandha, some herbal extract for stress support, and he's saying that they're saying that this is where it's coming from. So if this is the case, this should be cleared up real fast. They run a test on the pills, Ryan brings them in, and they run a test on them and see what it is. Now, some are saying that Victor Conte has something to do with this. You know, Victor Conte is the guy that runs the snack program. Devin Haney, I believe, uses the snack program, as well as I believe Terrence Crawford, and there's a lot of other fighters that use the snack program and the snack systems. So people are saying that since Devin rides under his system and he got dominated like this, and a lot of people know that Victor Conte, he was also found basically providing fighters with PEDs and putting them on programs and cycles and things like this back in the days with another company he was with. So this guy doesn't have the cleanest reputation when it comes to this. Basically, a lot of people are saying that they believe that this is retaliation, and it's definitely retaliation for Ryan basically calling out names of, quote, elites, but even more so, Ryan cheating the boxing organization by coming in overweight, destroying the odds against him in the betting rink. See, this is what's really important. A lot of people made a lot of money off of Ryan Garcia's cheat, if that's what it is. A lot of people lost money, and that's the more important thing. You see, He didn't have to pay any tribute to the WBC because the belt wasn't on the line. Ryan made $50 million off of this fight, plus bet 12 and won 12 million more. So in all, he won $62 million for this fight. That's a lot of bread. And a whole lot of people that bet on Ryan won big. So he tipped the betting odds and bet on himself and won. And a whole lot of people in boxing lost money. This is why Team Garcia, him and his father, Ryan and his father, are saying, oh, we think we know who did this. We think we know why. We think we know how, and all this other stuff, but we don't know yet. We're just going to have to wait to see. But I know Ryan does have to provide another sample here very shortly, and then we will find out what comes of that sample. Anyway, these are some celebrities. Caleb Plant is not playing around. And he does explain that it does take time, like I said, to get back. You guys can go to Caleb Plant's X account and read more. But he basically was breaking it down for people and giving people some insight on how PEDs work and how people can cheat the system, how people do cycles and what do they call it, microdose and all these other things to get by the test. But he said that if they catch you and it comes back a plus, then you was doing something. That's what Caleb Plant says. So big ups to Caleb Plant, man, for putting the knowledge down. Here's Chris Mannix. And Chris Mannix is talking about, he was in a brief interview with Bill Haney and he was furious and he couldn't believe it. And he said things like, you trying to hurt my baby. And, we didn't do it like that. We played it fair. F boxing. He was really upset because, like I said, Ryan Garcia, if this comes back as true, which more than likely it will because these tests don't really lie, then should he get assault charges? Should boxing start doing this? Pressing charges on cheaters who come in with unfair advantages? I mean, it could be. I know they're going to suspend them or something like that, but hit them where it hurts. Maybe these guys need to start going to jail for this. Maybe these guys need to start getting charges pressed against them for this. I hope he didn't cheat, but all the odds are against him at this point. You know what I'm saying? All the odds are against him. I'm not going to read all these. I'll paraphrase some and I'll just let some ride. You can see here that Clarissa says everyone's innocent until proven guilty. Here's Tank Davis. And the crazy thing about Tank Davis is Tank Davis was first on Ryan's side. He was on Ryan's side at first. Then he changed up. And who knows if Eddie Hearn knew anything about this? Who knows who knew anything? Tank does go on to say, if I found out he popped dirty, I bet he won't be able to box again. And that goes for anyone that cheat with me. A lot of boxers now, at first Tank was saying they'll do anything to take that win. But now he changed up already. So it just has the boxing world pretty much shook up a little bit because it was such a dominating victory. Here's Paulie Malignaggi. I had watched him talking about this, and it's true. He says it feels like it was unjust. Drug cheats are able to win more spectacularly. And he went on to talk about the fact that he knows there are so many people that are doping in boxing right now, even from his day. He said also that how Vada testing comes about, the funding and things that are not made available by the sanctioning bodies. Basically, the fighter usually has to pay. One of the fighters usually has to pay for the Vada testing, and it comes out of their pocket. This is not something that the sanctioning bodies agree and say, hey, we're going to take this out of our side for the safety of the boxer. So that's, again, a problem with this Vada testing. Not that he could take a supplement the day of and it's just going to all of a sudden he's going to be the boss. But he could have been microdosing in some type of way and cycling some type of way, according to Caleb Plant and people with that knowledge, that this is probably what he was doing. And that's how he was able to pass, because the amounts that were being found, because you have to have a certain amount. Y'all got to understand this. Just because they find something in your system, your body has all kinds of stuff in it. And it runs around with all kinds of different chemicals and formulations inside your body. So you have a lot of chemicals in your body already, but it's the level of it that these tests are looking for. Like, why are these levels so increased? Okay. But I agree with Paulie, man. It's just unfair. It's unjust. And like I said, I think people should be able to press charges. He says they should take away Ryan's win. Agreed. More than likely, they'll make this a no contest, clear Haney's record, and Ryan will be fined and all kinds of other things. But He won money and made money. How much are they going to fine him? Okay, this is Rick Glazier who chimed in. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Everybody's chiming in on it. And Ryan Garcia should be ashamed of himself if he really did do this. Look at Shakur here. You know Shakur ain't going to miss an opportunity to get on his channel and get his ex-messenger on. Say, gang, any ninja ever get in there and cheat me like that, RIP. And any boxer standing with that SHIT is a HOE. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, get that ninja out of boxing. That's what Shakur Stevenson says, okay? This is just crazy. We'll have to see what the main results come back. This is the main guy we need to worry about, and what he said and what he stated about finding out that his opponent possibly cheated him. Now, this is Devin Haney. He says, we learned about this situation not too long ago, and it's unfortunate. Ryan cheated and disrespected both the fans and the sport of boxing by fighting dirty and breaking positive. Not once, but twice. I've always been an advocate for clean fighting, and this is an example of such. Ryan owes the fans an apology, and by his recent tweet, he still thinks this is a joke. We put our lives on the line to entertain people for a living. You don't play boxing. This puts the fight in a completely different light. Despite the disadvantage, I still fought on my shield and got back up. People die in this sport. This isn't a joking matter. And that is dead serious right there. That's what I was saying. That's why I think fouls should be charged against people who cheat and dominate over someone and do this in a sport. If you cheat and the person is concussed or you cause them bodily damage, the way that Ryan was causing damages to Devin Haney. Now, this is not to say that Devin Haney's defense and other things still were not available. Okay, you can't completely blame everything on the PED per se, but yes, you can, because if he was enhancing his power and he already didn't make weight and he was doing this cycle of whatever he's been taking, we don't know if the pills that he showed us is what he's been taking. We're not sure. We're not going to know anything until they finish doing the investigation. But what I have to say is this guy couldn't make weight because his muscle mass was too big from whatever he was taking. This is what many people are saying and believe happened during this bout. Okay, that Ryan Garcia basically put on this extreme muscle mass in a short period of time, cycling whatever the hell he was cycling. And they also said he was using IVs and other things as well. So we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know, but this is a dirty, dirty, dirty event if that happened. And the fact that you still could not sleep Haney on PEDs to enhance power that you supposedly already had. Just, it's strange, man. It's strange. Now, of course, like I said, you're going to have people saying, regardless, he beat Devin Haney because Devin didn't have no defense, and all these things could be true as well. But once you find the cheat, all the other bets and odds are off. It's not an even playing field anymore. Anyway, man, that's all I got for this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think Ryan cheated? Do y'all believe he's innocent? I have no idea. I would like to believe this kid just came in a little overweight, took advantage of that situation, but who knows? I would believe that the people around him know. I would believe that Derrick James would know. I believe that Oscar De La Hoya would know, and so would Bernard Hopkins and probably some people in these organizations. How did he all of a sudden test dirty when he didn't test dirty at all these other times? It's just strange, all right? We'll see what becomes of this crazy madness called boxing, and I'll be back with another one. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit them notifications, and please share the content. Amp about that boxing.